What's up, everybody? This is Russell Brunson. Welcome back to Marketing Secrets. This is the day after the Mastermind, and I've got a whole bunch of secrets to share with you guys. So the big question is this: how are entrepreneurs like us, who didn't cheat and take on venture capital, who are spending money from our own pockets, how do we market in a way that lets us get our products and our services and the things that we believe in out to the world and yet still remain profitable? That is the question, and this podcast will give you the answers. My name is Russell Brunson, and welcome to Marketing Secrets. All right, everyone. So, Inner Circle Mastermind just ended. We've been going, basically I had 8 days of Inner Circle Mastermind meetings with a week break. So I had group one came, it was Monday, Tuesday, group of 25 entrepreneurs, and Wednesday, Thursday, then a week off, then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So 4 groups of 100, 4 groups of 25 equals 100 entrepreneurs that are my inner circle, and it's a cool group because it's interesting watching out everybody within this group every year after year. Everyone keeps growing together, and people first came in a while ago. It's like everyone's trying to get their businesses launched. Now it's like everyone is at the point where they're doing, like last set of meetings, everyone was doing like 30 to 50 grand a month. And this set of meetings, everyone's doing like 100 to 200 grand a month. And like everyone together as a group just keeps leveling up. We've had a couple members break the $1 million a month mark. And now everyone else is like, that's what they're all gunning for. And it's just so inspiring and so cool to watch what's happening. And the businesses and the industries are so different. We have everyone from, to find her book right now, Dr. Weibel, Pamela Weibel, who is helping doctors who commit suicide, helping them to not commit suicide, and literally saving lives, to people teaching business, to teaching dentists, to teaching, like just and everything in between. Like so many just amazing people. And in fact, I've got from this meeting, I don't know if those who are watching the video, these are my 2 notebooks. One of them got completely filled up, and one got halfway filled up. Like that's a lot for one set of meetings. So. Anyway, it's amazing. Now, obviously, I can't share everything because it would take 8 days, but there were there's so many cool things. So I was just going to share just a couple of things I'm flipping through here. Maybe over the next few weeks, I'll share just other cool thoughts and ideas. So as I'm flipping through my pages, just some things I jotted down that were so powerful. One of them is from Allison Prince, who she was talking about with her course that she celebrates the people in her community. And she says that when she wins, they celebrate me because I celebrate them. I thought, oh, how cool is that? Because as you find more success, you guys have probably noticed this, that people around you, like, you think that everyone would be happy for you, but instead it's usually the opposite, where they're not happy, and it's this weird conundrum where you're like, you should be happy for me. I'm having success. But when you're depressed, everyone like, oh, me too, come, and like everyone loves you. But when you have success, usually people aren't happy, and it's weird. And so it's kind of cool, like within your communities, as you celebrate their success, they celebrate yours. And so it gives you a spot to be able to like talk about like your wins and get people to celebrate with you. So that's kind of fun. What else? Oh, so many cool things. One thing, from Alex and Layla, they were talking about in their ads that they actually say what they're really feeling. Most of us write ads and we're trying to be all postured, like, #1 top secret, blah, 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 to whatever, blah, blah, blah. And it was cool, they talked about in their ads that they literally in their ads say, hey, I feel like a cheesy person writing an ad, but I need this message out to you, and like, I'm not going to, and like you're probably thinking this right now, but I want to make sure that you, and just kind of like breaking down those barriers in the ad, because like it's an ad and people know it's an ad. So instead of like being an ad, like actually having fun with it. And if you saw what their acquisition costs were, like it works really, really good. Oh, another cool thing was a lot of times we talk about in our company like setting KPIs, right? So key performance indicators, like things like that. But one thing that Alex Sharfin said, they said that he said if you look at a sports team, there's 2 things they all have, right? If that's a football team, like what are your goals? Like my goal is win the Super Bowl and be in the Hall of Fame. So it's like there's a Super Bowl goal, which is like their goal, and then there's like the legacy goal, which is the Hall of Fame. So it's cool because we talked about like for your company, like what's your Super Bowl goal, and then what's like your Hall of Fame goal, and then also within your like organization, like working with your team members, like what's their Super Bowl, like what's a win for your company? Like, they know what it is. I don't think my team knows. Like I haven't really scheduled like this is our goal, is to like this is how we get to the Super Bowl. It hasn't ever been defined as like this is the thing. And this is how we get in the Hall of Fame. And I think now that like that's the thing in my head. I'm like, oh, I'm so excited. Like figure like what's our company's Super Bowl goal and then what's our Hall of Fame goal, and then when you have those, like it becomes more clear, more tangible. Um, Dana Derrick's awesome, talking about a bunch of stuff. One of the things, he wrote a new book called The Dream 100, which is a big concept that none of us ever, again, I talk about all the time and nobody ever does it. And my quote at the top says, "This is the foundation for our entire company. If you haven't done Dream 100 yet, it's time to start." Go back and listen to any of my stuff on Dream 100, but that's how we built, that's how we figured out what our market was, what our blue ocean was, how we figured out where our customer, like everything we've done is based on the Dream 100 concept. Oh, there's so many good things here. I don't even know where. Oh, this is one. So Brian Bowman, such a stud. He had a really cool emotional presentation, and he talked about how he was doing, like he was working hard and moving forward and getting things done. And he had a coach. It was one of Garrett White's coaches, one of the Warrior Week coaches. And he asked, like, well, you know, what's your targets? It's like, this is what I'm going for. And then he asked him, he said, are you operating with a sense of urgency? And Brian, like, well, he'd been working hard and hustling, all kind of things. He's like, am I operating with a sense of urgency? And I don't have permission to tell his stories behind what and how, but as soon as he had that thought in his mind, like everything shifted for him. Like he went and like, instead of like just moving things towards a goal, he's like, I got to act like I need to operate with a sense of urgency. I think how many times of us are like, yeah, we're working forward, we're moving towards things. Like I'm gonna launch my product someday, I'm writing my book, I'm blah, 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 whatever our thing is, right? But it's like, okay, that's good, but are you operating with a sense of urgency? Like, is this doing, like, when is this needs to be urgent. If it's not urgent, you're never going to do it. So are you operating with a sense of urgency? And like, that was just so powerful. Like, how many times do we not do that? How many times are we just kind of wandering, doing our thing, and it's not urgent? It's because of that. Days turn into weeks, weeks turn into months, months turn into years. Sometimes we never get what we're accomplished. You know, I think one of the big reasons why we've had so much success with ClickFunnels is because we do operate with a sense of urgency. Like, I'm always stressing out, which maybe it's to my downfall. It also makes me tired all the time, but I just think it's interesting, like operating with a sense of urgency, like, having that as a thing that we are thinking through all the time. Oh, so many good things. What else? Natalie Hodgson talking about the power of vulnerability, how vulnerability is the ultimate human connector. You know, so many of us, like, we try to be postured and perfect, and that's why, because we're trying to get connection, we think people want to see us perfect, and instead it like actually pushes people away, and how vulnerability is the big secret. And it was interesting, you know, Natalie just joined Inner Circle, but she came to our FAT event in February, so was that 5 or 6 months ago, and she was telling the story. She was creating, she's in the weight loss fitness market, and she was working out live on like live streaming, Facebook Live, whatever, and she didn't work out, and she's a mom, she's had 2 kids, and during her workout, she wet herself on camera, live in front of the entire world, and like how embarrassing it was. And obviously that's an embarrassing thing where most people would never talk about it again. They would leave the video and they would run away from it. But instead she realized, like, hey, if I'm struggling with this, I bet other people probably are too, and maybe I can help them. And she found a business partner, or a content person who that's what they specialize in, is like helping women to strengthen their pelvic floor so that you don't have those issues. And she created a $37 book teaching the process, and she put it out there, and on a sales page she's got pictures of her on a live stream with peed pants in front of the entire world, and she talked about this problem that she has and she knows all these other women have. Anyway, from February till now, she sold 50,000 copies of a $37 book. It's over $1 million in sales. And think of how many women's lives she's been able to affect because she didn't posture herself and come off perfect all the time, because she was willing to be vulnerable. And it's just such a powerful thing. Like, I look at the times in my life that I've gotten real connection to my audience. It's not when I've been like sharing the highlight reel like we like to do. I think what's good to do is sometimes like to touch on the highlight reel, like, hey, I'm awesome, just want to make sure you know this, but let me tell you the truth, and then break it down. And that has been a theme. In fact, the third Inner Circle group, I think I've never seen so many tears in a mastermind group in my life. The girls were crying, the men were crying, everyone was crying, but because people actually got vulnerable and shared. And that's been a big theme with the Inner Circle. Like, you go to other masterminds and people are sharing the highlight reel and bragging about stuff, where with us it's like everyone has a chance to like share, like, here's what we're doing awesome, but let me get vulnerable, let me share with you what's actually happening. And then we work at that level, and it's different, and it's interesting, and it causes real actual change. So anyway, it was amazing. I wish I could take all you guys along on these journeys, but a lot of our Inner Circle members are going to be speaking at Funnel Hacking Live the sales page for Funnel Hacking Live will be going live next week. It's at funnelhackinglive.com. And you'll have a chance to hear Natalie's going to be talking about power of vulnerability. A lot of these other people, I pick our speakers for the most part from Inner Circle members, because I have a chance to see them present here in my office a couple times a year. I get to know them intimately. I understand their business. I understand where it fits with what I want to share with our audience. And so a lot of them will be speaking at this. And so, yeah, if you don't have tickets yet, when they go live next week, get them. We pre-sold out over 1,000 tickets. I think we have another, I don't even know how many left, not a lot. So if you want to be there, if you know you need to be there and you do, like, now is the time. Like, funnelhackinglive.com, get on the waiting list and then wait. My guess is probably Tuesday it'll go live, so by the time you hear this, it may be live. But make the effort to be there. It'll be worth it. I promise you, it'll change your life forever. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So yeah, that's basically the best spot to get the actual highlights are at Funnel Hacking Live. And so anyway, with that said, you guys, appreciate you. Thanks so much for listening in today, the podcast, and we'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye, everybody. Want more marketing secrets? If so, then go get your copies of my 2 best-selling books. Book number 1 is called Expert Secrets, and you can get a free copy at expertsecrets.com. And book number 2 is called .com Secrets, and you can get your free copy at .comsecrets.com. Inside these 2 books, you'll find my top 35 secrets that we've used to become the fastest growing non-VC-backed SaaS startup company in the world.